Hey there, friends out there in the world. My name is Jen. I am a nurse at a local community hospital, and we are starting to get hit with the widespread panic that is the COVID-19 virus. What I would like to share with you today is how I've been staying well on my time off and my days off from the job. I work 3 12-hour shifts a week, and I've abstained from picking up extra. I never have in the past worked more than that, but I was considering picking up more because, what else is there to do when everything's closed? But I don't want to compromise my immunity and cause potentially havoc on my own system in an effort to maintain my vessel and maintain wellness while also really, I think that's the bottom line, is just that, because otherwise I will be out of work and they won't be able to use me at all. So anyway, all that aside, I wanted to share with you the things that I've been doing with my time off and also ways to maintain my own wellness. And I have been doing this in 4 ways. And I would say one way is through mindfulness, like spirituality, meditation, reading, nutrition, supplementation, which I will be going over what different supplements I've been taking, how I've been eating, and resting, and also with movement and being outside. I've been being outside a lot, and I'll go through all of that, and also media with different music and YouTube and things like that. So the first thing, spirituality. I've been reading a book by Ram Dass right now called Be Love Now, and I've been intentionally reading inspiring literature. I'm subscribed to the Edgar Casey ARE reading or thought of the day emails. Somehow I just subscribed to their network because I really am feeling congruent with the holistic health side of nursing, and Edgar Casey was a major proponent of that. And the quotes that have been coming to me have been so timely and so well they're just Edgar Casey. So when you read them, at least when I read them, I can feel that they're coming from a higher place. So they're very timely and they're very relevant. And as I said, I'm reading this book right now by Ram Dass. Oh God, I think it's going to be backwards, but it's Be Love Now, which it's been relevant. And it's actually been very beautiful because with my time off, literally, I go to the grocery store, I come home 1 day a week. Otherwise, I'm at home, I'm outside. I'll get into that with the movement, but I've just not been spending a whole lot of time I haven't been spending any time with people other than my coworkers. I've refrained from visiting family members, anything like that. But it's just been beautiful because today I went for it ended up being like a 6-mile hike. And at one point I just stopped and I climbed on a boulder and I sat on the rock and I just read for like an hour. I feel like there's less time restraints. I just feel like since things are closed, and I don't have engagements to fulfill with people, I'm able to just go and be and do as I wish when I wish to do it. And I took off my shoes, I put my feet on the bare rock, which was also very nurturing to me and my heart and my soul. I took my shirt off and I put a scarf around me, and it was very modest. There was a family that ended up coming up, and I ran into like a group of teenage boys. Like nothing was exposed, but it's just like returning to earth energy. Being outside is very important to me, and being able to be in my own skin and being loving awareness, as I just read about in this book, and just like kind of returning to the purpose of it all. Like, why are we here? Refraining from identity, pulling back from that, and pulling back from who we are as people, because I teach yoga, but there's no yoga studios open right now, so I'm not a yoga instructor. I'm not anything other than who I am at this. I'm not anything other than consciousness at this moment. And it's very liberating, refreshing, and I think it's intimidating for people to be a part of. There's a very restless sort of energy going on. So, that I would also like to include that I've been having very dedicated morning rituals on my days off. I don't want to say rituals, more like routines. I like wake up and I sit, I do a little like small tarot reading, I light candles, I sage myself with Palo Santo usually, and I always anoint my face with oils and take my supplements, which I'll be going over. So in the mornings, I kind of been meditating, like bringing my awareness up. I've been wearing very intentional jewelry to work and also at home to kind of keep my spirits high and to deflect energy that's not necessary to be drawn into my life and into the lives of the people that I'm caring for. And then at night, I anoint my feet. I massage my feet with oils, and I read different kinds of books. I have other like spiritual books that I'll read, and I will meditate. I'll do some yin yoga usually, just like wind down for the night. I ground, I sit, and that's a good transition into the nutrition part. So my supplementation, like I said in the morning, I take supplements, and I've been very dutiful about this, which I'm grateful for to my vessel and to my mind for having this discipline, because I'm usually a very undisciplined person. I've also been going to bed at like 8:30 every night pretty much. I go to bed very early. And I wake up whenever my body wakes up. Unless I have to work, obviously. But this is the one thing I've been recently taking in is the Myco Shield. It's a spritz. It's like peppermint flavored mycological spray. So it has different types of mushrooms in it, like reishi, turkey tail, chaga, different mushrooms that are enhancing adaptogens, immunological benefits. When I'm not on my menstrual cycle, I'll take this cayenne pepper. Take 2 capsules a day. It's good for your circulation. It's good for your digestion. Obviously, it's a coagulant, so you don't want to take it near your menstrual cycle. And then oil of oregano is another thing I've been taking, which is a kick-ass antimicrobial. Even though this COVID-19 is apparently very hardy and resilient, oil of oregano is a very hardy and fighting herb and supplement. My sister's mother-in-law makes colloidal silver, and she graciously gifted me this like bathtub gin looking like Kentucky style bottle, colloidal silver, which is a very strong antimicrobial as well. I take a swig of that in the morning when I remember, which is not always. Every day I've been netting with distilled water and kosher salt every day without stopping, every day, just because it's a lung associated infection. I've been taking in teas like corn silk, but that's more kidney associated, and I'll be honest, I haven't been taking that every day. I take in ginger every day, turmeric extract or turmeric. I just ordered turmeric bitters. I've made turmeric tincture, which I've been putting in my water every day. That's more like an anti-inflammatory, which is good because it just creates more of a resilience within your body as well. And the ginger is just good for digestion. This I don't take very often, but it is a great thing to take in. It's charcoal. I take 2 tabs of this at a time when I do take it, and it's supposed to be 4 hours within and after a meal. So you really shouldn't eat for 8 hours when you take it. Charcoal was given, activated charcoal is given to people when they have poison ingestion. So it's just a great detoxifier in general for the liver. And My meals have been I'm very proud of myself. I've been really taking care of myself meal wise. Every morning I always have hot water with lemon in it with the turmeric that I mentioned. I've been drinking plenty. Drinking plenty of water and also other things. But not like it's also medicinally, which is interesting to say. Like I feel like I'm using like Rakia, which is a Bulgarian spirit. I've been adding that to like hot water with zested turmeric, ginger, and raw honey, and it creates like a hot toddy essentially. And it feels antimicrobial to me. It feels really good on my body. I don't feel if you drink too much or if you're drinking in a way that's not appropriate, your body's going to tell you. You're going to know, you're going to feel it. It feels good to me. I never feel it in a negative way like the next morning or immediately after. I've been taking in oranges. I just bought pears, which is a great water based fruit. I mean, it just has a lot of water in it. I normally take apples in, but don't have any. Garlic is something that I've been eating. I've just realized I forgot. If I realize that I forgot to add garlic to something, I'll just eat a couple cloves of it because garlic in and of itself is and onions are incredible. They're both incredible antimicrobial infection fighting agents. Keeps your body really healthy. Yeah, pretty much just eating really wholesome ingredients, all from the same local independent grocer. They're all organic, non-GMO, and just trying to be as well with my body as I can. Just trying to be as good to my body as I can be in that way. And moving into the movement component, I have been outside a lot. I've been hiking a lot. Like I said, I hiked 6 miles today. I've been riding my bike a lot on other days, which they're both great given this virus because it increases your circulation. It helps you to breathe deep and just clear whatever that you may have lingering in your lungs out. It's just a great, like, and also the act of cycling, when you think about it, it's like, it's orbital. Like you're like cleaning out. It's like you're scooping out the lungs. There's just something about it. Even like just like the visualization of it, there's just something very purifying about it. And it always I always feel stronger in my legs the next day. I mean, obviously a lot of places are closed in terms of gyms. I only have a rock gym membership and like a yoga studio, but I am a yoga teacher of 8 years, so I have been my body has been like loving and losing itself into practice. Like I've been doing a lot of like joint openers, a lot of just different, whatever feels good. It's almost like a dance. Like every day, on my days off specifically, my days that I'm working 12 hours. I wake up, I have my ritual, but it's abridged, much more abridged than when I have my days off. So I've been letting myself just like today I did like Warrior One and just did like Vastistasana. I think Vastistasana is side plank. It's been so long since I've used the Sanskrit, but it's like the side to side lunging, side to side, and I was just like exploring. It was very creative. It was just fun and flowy. So that was a good way that I used my time, and also just like intuitively honoring my body. And as I said, I've been sleeping as long as my body wants because rest is so important. And then the other thing that is the last component was media. And I kind of mentioned this with the books. I deleted all of my social media. I'm going on almost a week. No Facebook, no Instagram. Those were my 2 main sources. And honestly, it feels incredible. I am very happy that I'm just not participating in that world like I'm in my own world, like for today when I was hiking, I it was silent. I wasn't checking my phone. I wasn't like it just felt very removed in a very positive way. Like it was in a way that I feel like I've been afraid of experiencing before. And I think that that's like something that's very much so widespread in the Western world, is like to not be in touch with someone or something or feel some semblance of connection for just a moment. It's like like it's you're doing something's wrong. And but it's like actually it was very connective and very positive. But it's interesting because I've been watching a lot of there's a lot of animated shorts on YouTube, and some of them would be very emotional. Some of them are just really silly and simple. There's a lot of free classic movies on YouTube also. Um, I've found on Spotify, I have Spotify, so that's something that I have that's free. But not free, but I pay for it, so I have the service. There's like a tango band that I randomly found. Like there's just a lot of different ways to outlet the time. And it feels very wholesome and relaxing. It just feels really good to be living in this light, like to just simplify and to be in accordance with just the moment, and also just living a wholesome life and reconnecting so that I can better serve the community. And ultimately that's what it comes down to, is really like being effective at my job. I think that's the best way to do it, is just by being aware of yourself, being aware of what you need, reconnecting, settling down, because there's only so much you can take in. And I think that the problem is, and this is why I kind of shut down with social media, is that people are already overriddled. Like our channels are piped full with stuff that is being bombarded with us. And it's like, you know what? It's going to play out. However it's going to play out, it's going to be. So just let it be that and respond to it as it comes. Obviously, you want to be prepared. And I'm hoping as a nurse in an institution, they're going to provide for me and give me the knowledge that I need to know. Obviously, I did some research on the CDC, but you don't need to look up somebody's Instagram stories and kind of follow that. You don't need to. Thank you so much for taking the time to hear me out on my journey with this. It's been very intense, but it's also been a very rewarding experience. I feel very much so in touch with myself on a deeper level than I have in a very long time. I've been very happier and lighter, and very much so happier and lighter, and my heart has been filled. Like I don't even understand it, but I'm not going to question a good thing. I mean, just going to hope for the best for everybody. Please be safe. Please be healthy. Please be well. Thank you.